change some of the fire spells, like green fire or some shit.
Hello, my ghoulies, and welcome back to another episode of The Curse of Strahd in D20 Den. I'm so glad to have you guys back. Missed you guys. It's been eventful over here in the realm. We got our very own hellhound, and she has kind of been running my attention. So if you hear the hellhound in the background, don't worry, she's fine. She's just upset that her vampy is not where she can get to her. And with that, welcome back, my lovely players. It's good to see all of you as well. So we will do a brief recap of where we were. Last time you guys were answering the call of the werewolves in the mist. And four strangers, because at that time you guys didn't know each other, you pursued a trail east from Daggerford into the misty forest. And there the mist kind of closed around you, and you kind of got separated from the world you knew. After surviving an attack by direwolves at the gates of an unfamiliar land, you encountered a mysterious nobleman with a young girl trapped in his arms, a fresh wound bleeding from her neck. And he also seemed particularly interested in Miss Lara. Beyond those gates, you know, only lies one destination, and that is the Village of Barovia. So, and for everybody who forgot, he kind of spoke to you a little bit. Do you guys remember what he said?
Last thing I remember was Pumbaa dying and then being revived, and that's it.
Yes, so he almost let you guys die, but then he stepped in. And he also kind of teased you with Irina, which you guys, if you remember, you found a letter last time. Do we remember this?
About the mayor and his daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remembering
Yes.
some of it, yeah.
So here, I am going to bring the letter back up. Maybe. Maybe not.
I see it.
That's good. Bloodbun can't see it, which means stream can't see it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just got a
Technology.
notification saying I can't see it.
Sorry.
Oh, there it is. Yay.
Yeah.
Hail thee of might and valor. I, the burgomaster, by the way, I don't know if y'all grew up with the Rankin and Bass stop motion Christmas movies, but the burgomaster, Meisterburger, is all that I think of. Like how great the village was because the little children couldn't have toys and it's Barovia. Like, I'd be curious to know if they took any kind of influence from that movie as kids when they wrote the adventure. Anyways, sidetrack. I, the burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. How my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. So...
Can we get the reward before we return?
Explaining mayorship to an American. Imagine a burger.
So with that, okay, I have the gates of Barovia, the map of Barovia. Where is the village of Barovia?
On the map.
No, I don't think I uploaded it. One moment. Why is Dropbox not giving me the option to upload things? You're being very annoying. There we go. I was like, no. There it is. Hold, please. Read the letter at your will. Okay, I was just making sure it was ready. So, with that being said, you ended with church bells beginning to ring. And all around you, the dire wolves lie motionless upon the road. I don't even know if you had realized that not only had he taken command of them, but during his talks with you, had actually drained them of their lives. The cold wind continues to whisper through dead trees, and somewhere beyond the looming gates before you, the church bells continue to toll in the distance. Slow, mournful, as though announcing a funeral, or perhaps warning of one yet to come. Even though the man who stood before you is gone, his presence remains in the unnatural chill that settles deep within your bones, and the echo of his words, and the way the mist behind you seemed thicker now than before. The woods that you had walked through, you can barely make out the treetops beyond the mist. The road that led you here has vanished completely into an endless wall of gray. There will be no returning to Daggerford tonight, perhaps not ever. And ahead lies a village. You only know that it's the village of Barovia based off the fact that you found the letter in the dead man's hand just outside the gates. As you walk underneath the gates, you see before you a village of sagging rooftops that rise from the mist like gravestones. No warm light shines from welcoming windows. No laughter drifts through the streets, just silence, oppressive and watchful. The air smells of damp earth, old wood, and smoke from hearth fires long overdue for tending. Even from this distance, something feels wrong. Not merely sadness, resignation, as though hope itself has long since abandoned this place. As you draw closer, the muddy road gives way to narrow streets lined with aging homes. Many stand dark and lifeless. Others show faint candlelight behind tightly shuttered windows, and doors remain firmly barred despite the hour. Of course, you guys aren't exactly sure what the hour is because you don't feel like the sun ever fully rose, as if something prevented the full power of the sunlight from reaching the rooftops of the village in front of you. The few brave villagers do venture outside, but keep their eyes lowered as you pass, and some retreat indoors immediately. Others make hurried signs of protection, and one elderly woman whispers a prayer under her breath. None offer greetings, none ask where you've come from. It's almost as if they already know. And then the church bells ring again, calling from somewhere deeper in the village, accompanied by something else. The sound of desperate sobbing being carried behind the cold wind. And overhead, hidden beyond endless gray clouds, thunder rumbles, though no rain falls. You now stand within the village, lost in a land you do not understand, watched by a lord you do not yet know, and somewhere in this village, a young woman named Irina unknowingly became the center of it all. The streets stretch out before you, and the church bells continue their mournful toll. What would you like to do? So this is an overview of the village. I'm going to put your characters on the map. You can just use that as a way to say, like, I am here. I am here. Oh, actually, you guys came from the east. Hold on. So just imagine right behind you, just off map, is the gates you walk through.
Well, at this point, I'd say Hayla's still kind of groggily pushing herself back up to her feet after very narrowly escaping in death due to the supplied healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of looks around at the surroundings and sees that all the werewolves seem to have been taken care of,
Okay.
and she just feels an immense sense of disappointment in herself that, you know, on her first mission out like this, she got taken out that quickly.
Yeah.
And she looks around to see if her companions or the people she was traveling with are still around.
Okay.
I'm
Lara,
gonna just start making
Zechariah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Zechariah.
I don't know. I was saying, my character is probably gonna start trying to make its way towards the into the village. Probably looking for like a mess hall or like a bar.
Okay. Do you want to stop and ask somebody where that might be?
Yeah.
The only person you can see out is an old woman who's kind of mumbling to herself. What you think are prayers, just based off the fact that in her hands, she seems to be holding some kind of beads, and her fingers are intertwined in a prayer position.
All right. So I'll ask her. Where is she? Right in
So
front of
she
me?
is, yeah, pretty much the roof with the building with the blue roof, about 3 buildings in on the north side of the street. She's kind of on that stoop.
Gotcha. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm looking for something to drink and eat. Do you mind pointing me in the direction of the closest tavern?
Well, I guess it depends on whether or not you eat or drink our food or his food. As I will not send you to kill more of our people if that's the kind of meal you're looking for.
His food? What do you mean by that?
The Lord drinks the lifeblood of the people. He cannot stomach the food of the mortals. Enough of us fall to his teeth and at his feet. Even the Vestanti will no longer protect us from him, as they have become his servants as well. But if you desire ale and a bed, I would maybe recommend either Blood of the Vine Tavern, or you can see if Mad Mary is still accepting visitors into her townhouse.
Mad Mary? What?
Do you not hear the wails and the sobbing being carried on the wind? She cries and cries day in and day out, and none have been able to comfort her. I would say you could try the Burgomaster's mansion, but ever since Serena was taken, he has had his doors barred to friend and foe.
This Mad Mary sounds very interesting. Would you be able to point her in the direction of her in?
And she lifts a gnarled finger and points directly down the road you're on. Take this road until you get to the first turn on the left. She is the third building on the right. Hold on, I gotta turn myself. And then I gotta make an L with my fingers. She'll be the third building on the left. 2 lefts and a crying lady. You're in the right spot. If you decide that's not quite what you want when you get to the intersection, turn right and you can't miss the giant tavern, Blood of the Vine, on the north side of the road. So the things that she is pointing out to you are this building is going to be Mad Mary's townhouse, and this big building is going to be Blood of the Vine Tavern.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, and may the gods bless you. I just start walking.
Oh, my boy, if only they would bless any of us anymore. It's been a long time since the gods walked these lands.
I've already walked away.
She's like calling after you. Okay, so you start down the path to Mad Mary's. What about the rest of you? Are you following Zechariah or are you making your own paths? The old woman kind of looks at the three of you like, what you gonna do?
Wolfgang will make his way through the alleys and towards the mess hall.
Okay. I would say, I guess if you want to stay more hidden in the alleys, take the alleys to the north side of the map. Because if you're heading to the tavern, it's that building. Lara and Lahala.
I guess I'll follow along with Wolfgang, not knowing what not having any better ideas at the moment.
Okay. Lara,
I
strangely,
suppose
the
I'm
voice that
following.
has been kind of in your head is very silent ever since you finished crossing under the gates.
I see.
It's actually the first time you felt in complete control of your own agency, probably for the last month.
Huh. Well then. I am still a follower, so I shall follow the woman.
Okay. So Wolfgang, Lahala, and Lara start weaving their way through the alleys. And we will pop back over to Zechariah. Zechariah, you get to the end of the street. The sobbing has become so loud. A moaning sob floats through the still streets, and you can feel your thoughts almost become sad. The sound flows from a dark 2-story townhouse in front of you. So for Mr. Zechariah, hold on, you get a new map. Maybe. If it wants
This is
to.
such a cool map, guys. You guys should totally see what I'm seeing. Okay. Okay, never mind. I see black.
Alright, let's zoom this out a little bit. It's a little zoomed in. Okay,
I see it now.
so let me grab you. Oh my god, let me fix the. I think the scale might be a little off.
Just a tiny dot.
Yeah, they just found themselves in front of Dracula's fucking castle.
Right?
Forget a castle. I found myself in front of a mountain.
Okay, hopefully. Hey, there we go.
A little
there we
better.
go. It's much better on my screen.
Yes. The house in front of you, which is about 40 feet square, is boarded up and barricaded. It looks like to be from the inside. Boop. You can't see her. She doesn't exist. So as you
Not
approach
yet,
the
she
door,
doesn't.
you can definitely tell that it is barricaded.
Hey there.
What would you like to do?
Okay, I didn't know if I disconnected her. Hmm?
You what?
I didn't know if I disconnected from the voice call. But
I mean, you can hear the sobbing, moaning, but you can't see what's causing it. You can't tell like
so
exactly where she's at in the house. You could definitely try an investigation check to see if you
yeah,
can pinpoint a little bit better.
heals. Let's hope and pray I can see my roll. If not, I'm screwed.
I saw your roll, or at least I see your dice. Hey, your roll
I
exists.
see it, and I did see nothing.
Yeah, so you are unsure where the sound is coming from other than inside the boarded up building.
Well, I'm just gonna do the direct approach and just knock on the door. I can find
Okay.
where that is.
So the front door, yeah, is right here.
Oh, somewhere around there. I'm there.
You were close. As you knock, you hear the wood kind of creak underneath your fist, and the sobbing wailing stops just momentarily. But then restarts. With your fist pound on the door, you do notice that the door seems to give in fairly easily. And you think it wouldn't take much to bust it completely in.
Hmm. Temptation. I think I'll try shoving it open. Not like full on, kicking it down, but
Okay. So like a shoulder to it to see if you can just get it to open.
yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check.
Not here. Ability. That's a saving throw.
And while the wood creaks and crumbles a little bit, you actually kind of under your breath go, ah, as you bounce off the door. So whilst you contemplate your door breaking abilities, the rest of the group, you have made your way through the alleys. You do see a few people kind of wandering around or sitting hunched over. Do you want to engage with anyone? I'm moving you guys back so you can see the map that you're on. I'm going to assume you're all together. It is totally up to you if you guys want to talk to anyone, or if you
I-
want to just continue. Oh yeah. Oh, did you not realize you were muted?
Yep. I'd say Lahala would kind of look around for anyone that seems to be like, I don't know, a guard or an authority figure. This is the likeliest that seems to be, but
Okay.
failing that, she'd probably just kneel down to next to one of the people within sight.
Okay. As you move through the narrow alleys, careful to avoid the wider streets, you begin to encounter a few of these unfortunate souls. The first, an elderly man, sits hunched against the wall of a crumbling home. He's wrapped in threadbare blankets despite the lack of snow. His pale eyes stare vacantly at nothing in particular. As you get closer, he slowly turns your head towards you. His lips move just enough to whisper, "Newcomers." Then a long pause. "Poor bastards." And then he returns to staring into the distance.
What was the last part?
"Poor bastards."
Ah.
As he finishes talking, a woman hurriedly shepherds two young children across the street just in front of you, Wolfgang. The moment she notices you, she pulls them close. One child stares openly at you, Lahala, your infernal features kind of giving her pause. And the other points towards Wolfgang's strange equipment. But before either child can speak, the woman sharply turns him away. "Eyes down," she whispers urgently, and the children obey without question. No apology follows, only fear.
I apologize for any alarm her presence may have caused. I'm here to investigate what's been happening in here.
The woman pauses, hurrying the children away, and the old man kind of perks up a little bit. "You've come to save us?"
Yes.
"Oh, at this point, young lady, you can only hope to save yourself. Before one of these days, I see you sitting in the streets, just as wretched as the rest of us." And he kind of seems to completely dismiss what you're saying. And if you want to roll an insight check, please.
Don't think that one's gonna be particularly good, but let's find out. It's,
A girl can hope.
okay. Oh right, yeah, I did take proficiency in that, I guess.
So with that, you
God.
can tell just enough that you're not the first person to make promises and fail. And part of his 1,000-yard stare really just seems to be the just utter defeat feeling that he has for ever having anyone be successful in changing Barovia. And he actually talks a little bit more to himself. And he doesn't even seem to be like paying attention to you. It's almost as if he's remembering something. "The valley, so beautiful. The Balanuk Mountains, a slice of heaven. Serenity, forever shattered by Strahd's bloody crusades. The slaughter of hundreds. And then he decides to make this his home and take it away. Not just our livelihoods, our lives, our names. Barovia is his name for these lands. And no longer is it connected to the world we once knew. Even the Vistani, who come and go as they please, have lost some of their lust for life, and they only feel their willingness to serve him. I just sit here one day hoping that I close my eyes and they do not open again. And with that, the stare kind of comes back and he completely stops talking. But the young lady continues to stay slightly interested in what you guys might have to offer. Anybody want to continue talking to her?
Well, for time, I can see some hesitance here, and I certainly understand. It seems like you have been through a lot, to say the least. Cannot make any grand promises for the time being, but I can. But if medical attention is needed, I do have some amount of healing abilities I can help with in the short term, and in the long term, I shall not stop my quest to help and free all of you until it's done. That I promise you.
You speak of healing? The mother says, very cautiously approaching the group.
Yes.
And as she approaches, you notice that the little boy with her walks with a slight limp. She grips her children's shoulders a little bit closer, and you see fear flash across her eyes as she looks at your horns and other features, Lahala. But the expression is less guarded, not trust, not quite, but desperation almost. You'd really help? And as the child steps a little bit further and into some of the dim light spilling from one of the windows nearby, you see the child can't be older than 7. Dark circles beneath their eyes. Though his clothes are worn, they are clean. And wrapped around his leg is a hastily tied bandage stained with dried blood.
Yes.
And
I
she
admit
turns
that.
to you.
But
He fell. He was helping gather wood near the edge of town. He said something chased him. And you barely hear. It wasn't a wolf. And she squeezes his shoulder. Enough, Thomas. But Mama, enough. And she looks back towards you. I know we shouldn't ask strangers for help, but Father Donovich is busy with funeral rites and we have no money to pay anyone. If you truly can heal, please? And little boy looks up at you, Lahala, and asks, are you a devil?
no. I am simply a tiefling. But the important part now is that I come from the. One moment, trying to find the name of. But what's important now is that I am a paladin of Pelor, and my sacred duties necessitate that I help those in need, which I would say all of you clearly seem to be.
And kind of
Yeah.
as you're finishing explaining, the mother kind of turns to the girl. Yeah, that's rude. But the little girl looks up at you, Lahala, and for the first time in a long time, you see unguarded curiosity and no fear. And she says, you don't look scary.
I kind of kneel down to, try to down to one knee in front of her. So, because I'm not scary.
Mhm.
I'm just someone who likes to do their best to help. So, would it be all right
What?
if I try to alleviate some of the pain on that leg of yours?
And the little girl grabs her brother kind of roughly, and he stumbles a little bit. Thomas, come. The girl with the horns will help you. Look, she's not scary. Look. And she's actually pointing at your symbol of divinity for pallor that you wear. And he looks at you and he says, "Will you bring back the sun?" Pointing at your holy symbol.
I give the boy or a smile and say, "Eh, I will I will not rest until the sky shines through these lands once more."
Both kids look at you with just like pure, just amazement at the idea, because deep down, you know, these children have never truly seen the sun.
Uh, well, I look back up at the mother for a moment to say, I do not, I merely do not possess the same healing capabilities as a full-on cleric per se, but I can. This wound seems minor enough. I may be able to, maybe able to help them.
Yeah, and the boy pulls up his pant leg and kind of unties the dirty bandage, and you see it's a jagged scratch, probably about 6 or 7 inches long. It doesn't look like a claw mark. It seems more like he caught his leg on something, probably during his sprint of fear from the edge of the woods. Definitely something that you could heal without a problem.
Uh, I have with my lay on hands, I have a pool of about 5 hit points I can heal. How many would you say that would take?
Probably like 2.
I'll, I shall spend 2 and
Okay.
press my hand against the leg and mutter
Murder the boy where he stands.
fly off his head for his mother. No, mutter a silent prayer. Jesus Christ, I cannot talk. Silent prayer to my deity and attempt to heal up the scratch.
And before their very eyes, the scratch closes completely healed. The mother and both children look at you with pure wonder and gratefulness and gratitude. But almost in the next second, you hear a whisper. You can't quite make out the words, but it seems like a cackling laugh carried on the wind. And the mother quickly goes, Thank you, and dashes into the next building, dragging both kids with. Both of them looking back at you guys, like with just pure wonder and amazement. But definitely something scared her, something spooked her. And
I'll
while this
try
is
to.
going, oh, sorry.
No, go on.
While this is happening, Lara, you see a gaunt man ahead, who seems to be struggling to repair a broken wheel on a handcart. And he glances up at you briefly, his expression kind of resembling something like pity. If you can, he hesitates and adds, don't invite them inside.
Um, okay.
And without another word, he actually just completely abandons the cart and hurries in the door. And you hear the bolt scrape behind him. So,
Well,
and after,
well then.
and while the cackle seemed to give a feeling of fear to the young mother, you almost feel it more like a welcome warm giggle in your head, followed by, "You won't be able to help but invite me in, little sweet one, when I'm ready for you."
Well then, there's
Wolfgang,
not
are
much I can
you
do but continue.
okay? Do you want to try to respond to the voice or just kind of see where it goes?
Yeah, you can see where it goes.
Okay. As the three of you traveled deeper through the village, you notice more of the same unsettling pattern. Um, Nobody smiles, no one greets one another, and most of the people now, after that cackle went floating through the air, immediately duck into doorways as you pass. You can still hear the occasional church bell, slow and mournful, like a heartbeat or a countdown. And eventually, the twisting alleys open onto a slightly wider street, and there, nestled beneath neglected homes, stands a weathered tavern. Its faded sign creaks softly in the cold breeze, three vine branches painted in peeling red. The Blood of the Vine Tavern. Unlike the rest of the village, though, there is light inside, muted conversation, and the smell of stew and stale ale. It isn't welcoming, but in a village drowning in despair, it's the closest thing to refuge you've seen. So I will let you see what the tavern looks like, and then we're going to pop back over to Zechariah. Unless, Wolfgang, there was something you wanted to do, because I know you were a little busy.
I'm going to continue going through the alleys towards the tavern, but
Okay.
I'll be going kind of circling around.
And also, before I head to the tavern, would I be able to locate the source of these church bells, potentially?
You can definitely tell what direction they're coming from. Hold on, give me 1 second. I can ping on the map. Okay, the church is way back here. So as you guys have gotten closer to the tavern, the church bells have gotten louder, and you can tell that they're coming from the northwest.
And where is the tavern in comparison?
Big building right here.
Okay.
And with that, do you want to
yeah.
continue to the tavern, or are you going to try to divert up to the church?
I'm gonna head to the church first.
Okay. Wolfgang, we'll get back to your alleys. Lara, are you continuing to follow the Hala?
Yeah.
Okay, so you two can head up, and we are going to pop back over to Zechariah and his sore shoulder and a wooden door. Yeah.
Bruh, for real.
What would you like to do now?
Shoulder check it again.
I was literally about to say that. Fingers crossed this one actually works.
Okay, go ahead, roll me another strength check. Hey, you are a strong man. And with a second shoulder check, the door bursts into an empty, dusty room. The dim light coming in from outside, spilling across the doorway.
Hello.
You
Anybody here?
only hear weeping, like just desperate, broken sobbing that comes from someone who's cried until there's no tears left to shed. You hear with raw grief, "Please, Please come back. My sweet Gertruda. Please. And you can tell that it comes upstairs.
Hmm.
The stairs are right in front of you. Do you want to look around the house or go upstairs? Yes,
go up the
Bernsey.
stairs.
A little bit of breaking and entering is a required part of any D&D campaign to the sobbing woman's house.
Oh yeah, D&D, all about sex and crime. Right.
You're going to go upstairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Okay, let's get you upstairs. And grab her real quick. And grab you real quick. Okay. As you get upstairs, you see a few different closed doorways. The sobbing is definitely loudest behind this door.
All right. I'm gonna go up and knock on it.
Okay. As soon as you knock, you hear the sobbing stop. And several seconds pass. Go away. I have nothing left to give. Please just leave me alone.
How should I go about this then?
You what?
No, I'm thinking out loud.
Okay.
Is the door open?
It's cracked.
All right, well, I think I'm just gonna slowly make my way into the room.
And as you enter the room, you see a woman sitting in the middle of the floor of the bedroom. And she's holding a very malformed doll with a strange leer and in a sackcloth dress. And she looks
Hello?
up at you. Have you seen Gertruda? I've kept her safe for so long. She broke out of the house a week ago, and I haven't seen her since.
Who's this Gertruda you speak of?
The only light of my life, my beloved daughter. I've tried so hard to keep her here, to keep her safe, to keep her out of their presence. And now all I have left is this. And she starts sobbing again, clutching the doll closer to her.
I'm not console her, but I would kneel in front of her and say something like, I have not seen this Gertruda, but if I do come across her, I'll make sure that he comes back home safe and sound.
Was she ever with you? Did you see her? Please, you have to tell me.
I don't know what she looks like. Do you have anything to give me an idea of what she may look like?
Like
Or how I
this,
could
and she
find her?
holds this like creepy ass doll up to your face, and the best you can tell is brown hair. My Gertrude is a good girl. She wouldn't just leave. She promised she'd come home. She's alive. She has to be. You don't understand. She's all I have left. If you find my Gertrude, please tell her to come home. And if she cannot, and she doesn't even she's not even able to finish the sentence. She just hugs the doll tighter and starts sobbing some more.
Would you? So you know if has been anything strange happening before he left or disappeared?
All I know is that I saw this. And she kind of holds the doll out to you. And stitched into the hem of the dress is a fraying tag bearing the words, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky." Here, I will put that into the chat so that we have it for reference. I'm going to put it in the Discord chat because it's just fun. So definitely probably the only clue you're going to get out of her. As she
Definitely.
clutches
I know
the
that.
doll back closer, tighter to her. Sobbing again. And you feel like maybe, just maybe, not everyone in Barovia has given up hope entirely, even as the weight of the oppression of the lands bears down upon them.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could have unhinged The lady you were talking
I
to
was
magically
talking-
appears in the middle of the room.
Oh my goodness, I'm schizophrenic. I would
It's
say,
up to you if you want to
before I
look
leave,
around the house. Yeah.
before I leave, I will say something inspirational.
Okay. What do you say?
But I would look at her and be like, say something along the lines of, I can't guarantee that she'll be home, but I can guarantee that I will not rest until the darkness from this land is banished. And I'll walk out the door. Not
And
out of the
as
house,
you-
but just out the door there.
Right. As you kind of softly close the door behind you, you hear her sob. The only light is her. Even if I can't stand to see it, just bring her back to me one way or the other. Kind of letting you know that she doesn't want to accept what she thinks is going to be the fate of her daughter, but bringing her daughter's body back one way or the other is probably the only piece that this woman's going to get.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm probably gonna go to the room right, the other room over here.
Okay. As you step into the other room, you notice that it's not only barricaded from the inside, but through the one window up front, you notice that the boards have been pulled down, like almost scratch marks, like nails, like human fingernails across them. But you also notice laying on the roof are boards that were broken out. So all three of these windows had been boarded both inside and out. There isn't much in the room, but you can tell that it probably belonged to a young girl. Some dresses lay across the unmade bed, as if someone was maybe trying to decide what to take and what she didn't need.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see what appears to be some kind of broken seal, like wax seal on the bed. And you can't completely make out the symbology on the seal, other than what looks to be maybe part of a raven's wing.
Is there a letter inside?
The letter is gone, so it's just literally like pieces of the broken wax seal.
Hmm.
With, like I said, the best you can make out appears in the biggest piece appears to be a
Mm-hmm.
raven's wing.
All right. Is there like a little closet in the corner?
So there's like a changing area back here, and then this is like a
Mm-hmm.
bathroom.
Okay then. I'm gonna go back downstairs.
Okay. And as you've been kind of wandering around, it's almost as if Mary has completely forgotten your presence. You hear sobbing, you hear her intermittently begging for Gertruda to come home.
Claiming to love your daughter when you named her Gertruda is crazy.
Right?
I know, right?
Like, that's an awful name.
Hmm. I'm going to, I guess, dining room area.
Okay.
Seeing if there's anything that could possibly help me determine what this girl looks like, other than brown hair.
As you wander through the downstairs area, on top of the mantle, you see a couple of framed pictures, which at this point they're little miniature paintings. We don't have photography yet.
That's fine enough. Come on, give me 1 minute.
Mhm. Okay.
Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna flip to the other group. Okay, Wolfgang. Now that I believe that your hellhound distraction has been taken care of.
We shall see.
Yeah. You're wandering the alleys, like,
Also,
whilst for a time people were not happily going about their day, they were at least out and about. But ever since that kind of cackle came wafting through on the wind, no one will give you eye contact. And most people actually go into the buildings as you get nearer. You
I'm
want
not.
to do an investigation check?
I think I'd rather do persuasion, or not persuasion, perception
Okay.
of my surroundings.
Okay.
Uh,
Damn. You perceptive as fuck, boy. As you move through the narrow alleys between the sagging homes, your eyes catch something unusual. The mud here seems largely undisturbed, as if no villagers have walked these particular alleys in quite some time, and no animals either. But you notice deep gouges scar the wooden siding of one of the homes. 4 parallel claw marks, far too high off the ground for an ordinary wolf. They seem fresh, and the wood around them remains pale beneath the splintered edges. Someone tried to sand them down, erase them, but they seem to have failed. And beneath the claw marks, hastily carved into the wood with some kind of a sharp blade, they are ancient. They are the land. The cuts are rough and desperate, as if whoever wrote them wanted to finish before being discovered. And at the end of the alley, the smell on the air changes to a faint metallic smell. You're familiar with this smell, and you know it is a smell of blood. Not fresh, but not old. And near an overturned crate, you notice muddy paw prints pressed into the earth, larger than any natural wolf should leave. The tracks stop abruptly against a wall. No return path, no explanation. Just a lingering scent of wet fur and decay. The same scent you remember smelling in your familial home.
Can I roll a nature check to see if I can find out possibly where they lead or disappeared to?
Yeah, for sure. You might be better with Arcana. Just because the steps literally lead into a wall and then disappear. Like think platform 9 3/4 style.
For that terrible nature roll. That wasn't much better. Not at all. Even with the boost.
Damn, that's crazy. Couldn't be me.
Jesus.
How is it a new character and you still know nothing?
Oh my god, that's so good. Ah.
Um, looking over the tracks, you can confidently, as confident as you are with a 9, determine that they aren't natural. Like you just know animals don't stop existing mid-stride, and there should be a return path. Um, so whatever caused this had some form of supernatural influence.
There was supernatural influence here.
As you sit there kind of focusing on the tracks and everything, a flutter overhead draws your attention, and you noticed perched atop a nearby roof is a raven, a very large raven, like unusually large. Its dark eyes fixed upon you. It doesn't caw, it doesn't flee. Instead, it tilts its head as if it's studying you and evaluating you. Then it hops once along the roof line before taking flight towards the western edge of town.
Western Edge.
Mm-hmm.
I make my way, again, sticking to the alleys as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, towards the way that the raven flew.
You can follow him for a little while, and then all of a sudden, it's as if the mists swallow him whole as you get close to the back of the Blood of the Vine Tavern.
I keep that direction.
Okay. As you get a little bit further past, you notice somebody walking, and they are very familiar. And you can see Zechariah heading back towards you, or where you guys were. And we'll pause there. Lahala, are you back?
Yep.
Okay. So Lahala and Lara, you guys have been working your way towards the church.
Lara.
And as you approach the church atop a slight rise against the roots of pillar stones that support Castle Ravenloft, stands a sagging edifice of stone and wood. The church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. The bell tower rises out the back, and the flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain against their load. The heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
Is the door open?
The door is not open. Hold on. I'm going to give you guys churchy time. It's time to go to church. Once the beholder stops contemplating my life behind a DM screen.
Mhm.
Okay. Give me 1 second to make the map make sense for the size of your little dudes.
Yeah, we're not in front of the Black Gate to Mordor.
Yeah, right. So you guys are approaching. Okay. So you approach from here. The doors are closed.
That interior looks promising.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will approach the door and attempt to knock on it.
Your
And
fist reverberates against the wooden doors, and a scream comes from inside the church.
or not, I do not come to harm you. I'm simply saying if this place is still occupied.
As you put any kind of pressure on the door, they creak and open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading into a brightly lit chapel. The hall itself is unlit and reeks of mildew. There are 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, leading to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by another inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor.
Well, that second scream concerns me a lot more than the first one. So I will try to run inside the church.
Okay. In front of the altar, you see a priest praying.
Does that appear to be the source of one of the screams, or is it just kind of vibing?
No, he's just kind of vibing. He's praying. As soon as you approach, he stops and turns to look at you. Who comes in these walls? Are you yet another come to destroy my church?
No. My name is Lahala. I'm a paladin of Pelor. I'm new to these lands, and I wanted to check in with if any holy figures that's if there are any that still reside here. I assume you this town.
Oh, my sweet child, the gods abandoned us so long ago. There was once a time where things were beautiful here, and the sun rose and shone brightly. Now just the bell tolls. It tolls day and night, for there are too many lives lost for it to ever quiet again. And from somewhere deep within the church, you hear the scream, and it changes to a voice. Father! I'm starving! And it growls again. And you see the man, the priest, like his shoulders tense. Father, please! Forgive me! And the man in front of you slowly rises, kind of steadying himself against the altar, and looks at you and Lara. You are not from Barovia. I am Father Donovich. And how may this humble servant of the Morning Lord help you? And Lahala, you know Morning Lord.
Remind me out of character which one that is.
So Morning Lord is another name for Pelor.
Okay.
And Lara,
Hey.
the second you set foot in this church, you felt wrong, almost a little sick. That voice that's been sort of comforting, sort of directing you, goes completely silent the second you walk through the doors.
That's definitely unsettling.
Oh,
I
Nope.
kind of
good.
go quiet and just kind of stay close to the paladin. Still really not sure what's going
So the further you move in, the more uncomfortable and sick you feel.
on. Then
If
I
you'd like
shall
to roll
simply wait
an
by the door.
insight check.
Um, sure, why not? Insight +0. It's a 6.
Cool.
So you can't completely understand, but you can definitely tell that, yeah, whatever thing has made this pact with you has given you your powers. You can feel your powers wane as you feel sicker the further you go into the church.
I suppose I shall be staying right where I am.
Okay. Do you want to move closer back to the doors?
Yeah.
As you go back to the doors, but don't quite cross the threshold again back outside, with every caress of the wind from outside that comes across your body, you shiver because that feels right. That feels like it's calling you home. And the stagnant air in the church feels wrong. as if it's trying to take something from you you don't completely understand yet, but you're desiring to know more and more with every passing moment in the village.
Okay.
You've also started to notice that if you spend too much time focusing at all on any of Lahala's holy symbols, it makes you feel sick. But you don't understand why.
Side note, I love how the person that was a maid like 30 minutes ago now has higher health than me.
Right.
I love the ability distribution of paladins.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like always been broken too. I don't feel like they ever fixed it. So as you see Lara kind of move back away out of the corner of your eye, Donovich kind of gets your attention again as you hear more noises from what you can tell now is below the floorboards, and the both of you actually hear the unmistakable sound of like clawed hands scraping against the wood beneath the floorboards. Father, please, I'm so hungry. And you watch Donovich's face just crumple with anguish, and he grips his holy symbol tightly, and he looks at you, Lahala, tears in his eyes. He is my son, and I do not know how to save him.
As he begun some sort of monstrous affliction, as he been beset by some sort of monstrous affliction, Lahala asks, starting to kind of put the pieces together, as best she can.
Okay. So he looks down and Strahd took my son to torment me and cast down the church. My son no longer is himself, but a vampire spawn, sent to torment me more day by day. He knows I cannot kill him, but I do not know how to save him.
See, I'm very sorry for what this madman has inflicted upon you and your family.
I see you carry the light of the morning with you as well, my child. Maybe you could save my son. You are welcome to go see if there's anything you can do. And he walks you back towards the front of the church. Actually over to where Lara is standing. And Lara, you kind of scoot over because as the breeze gets closer, you feel uncomfortable. I am so sorry, milady. I have hope for you, though, as I do not see Strahd's mark upon your neck. And when he mentions Strahd's mark upon your neck, Lara, you shiver hard, and this warmth feeling kind of flows over you. And since you're standing close enough to the doors, that little voice pops. You crave my mark, sweet little one. Soon enough, you'll have as much as me as you want.
Promise.
Poor Hazel.
My headphones died. I didn't even get to hear any of that.
Oh no!
I guess you'll have to say it again, bro.
Oh, great.
There's always the VOD.
Right? No, as you're standing there, Lara, you hear the priest mention that you don't have the mark on your neck. And this like shiver of warmth goes through your body, and you hear that voice saying, "You want my mark, my sweet little one? Soon enough, you'll have more of me than you can handle," or whatever I said the first time, but it was something similar to that.
It did not get any better.
It was
Oh,
not.
good.
All right,
What do you
that's it. We're all becoming part of the Strahd polycule. It's happening.
So Donovich disappears in the room, kind of calling for you, Lahala. Come, come. I will show you what he has become so you know what to look out for. Apparently, all the old people in this village have the same voice and have been smoking like 40 packs a day the entire time Strahd has overtaken this land.
Yeah, that's why everything is so dark. Strahd has been distributing cigarettes, and
Yeah.
the smog is what's blocking out the sun.
Oh,
They need something to calm their nerves.
Strahd
go
passes you
in-
the mall.
Yeah. As you go into the room, you can tell that time and neglect have had holes come into the ceiling. The room is moldy. It contains a few broken roof shingles and mid puddles of water. And in one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor held shut with a chain and a padlock. And you hear those growls and screams get louder the closer you guys get to this trapdoor. I no longer have the key. I buried it one night in a haze of spirits and regret because I knew if I had my hands on it, I couldn't stop myself from opening this door. And I know if I let him out, then there is no chance for him anymore. What little chance might be left. And you can see that the padlock and the chain are completely rusted. Like, they're probably not doing much. But the trapdoor itself appears extremely swollen from all of the water damage from the damaged roof up above.
That being the case, is it wise to open this door?
I guess that. Hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Just a moment. Hold on.
Damn, that phone's in Barovia.
They don't have photos or cameras, but they have cell phones. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why we got free this place. Got phones to the rest of the world.
Wait until you hear about Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's why Strahd's here. So, like, you know what? I'm setting up shop the one in D&D, like D&D Taiwan. Just all the.
Okay, sorry about that. When the Vampy's mommy calls, the Vampy has to answer the phone.
Okay, making stupid
even-
jokes.
Even Bry answers to her own Strahd. Yeah, when you ask that, he turns to you, he's like, I cannot control him. So I make you no promises one way or the other. Looking at you now, I hope that there is enough power in that symbol around your neck to contain him. But if you don't think you can do anything for him now, it might be best to wait.
I would assume that you have tried basic healing magic, and I would assume that it would not do very much for this sort of condition. So I'm afraid that at this
Sadly, my time here has diminished my connection to Pelor, and I do not have the power I once did. Also, I know that we will be holding a funeral for the Burgermeister here tomorrow, so I have kind of just busied myself with that. Sadly, Irina will not be here to put her father to rest. Not that anything actually ever rests here.
And if you want to roll insight, Lara and or Lahala, into what he means by that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was gonna say, like, pretty sure I would know what undead are, but and that's great.
So he's actually talking more about a disease that has become just rampant across the lands, called resurrection madness. In Barovia, the souls of the dead are as trapped as the souls of the living. They become caught in the mists and can't travel to the afterlife. When a humanoid who has been dead for at least 24 hours returns to life, either by way of a spell or some supernatural means, it gains a random form of indefinite madness brought on by the realization that its spirit is trapped in Barovia, likely forever.
Joy.
So
He turns and says, I must make sure that the dead stay as dead as possible here. I have many preparations to do, and as much as I wish you could give Doru some glimpse back into his life as a human and not a pawn, I do not know that there is anything that can be done for him now. I just ask, please, if you find some way to free us, don't forget about my son.
I
But-
give him a respectful nod and say, "Promise, I will search far and wide for some sort of solution to help those who have been afflicted, as your son have."
But I will tell you, while it is hard to tell the time, the hour does grow late, and the spirits of dead adventurers will be rising soon. I do not recommend being a person out during the March of the Dead. I would offer you sanctuary here, but you can see that this is no place of solace. I would get a room at the Blood of the Vine Tavern before the bells toll full midnight.
And you realize, even though the bells have been tolling kind of nonstop, they do actually toll the hour as well. The bells toll more concisely at the hour. And the bells have just finished tolling 10.
Thank you for the word of advice, Father. I shall. Is there any other bit of knowledge that you believe could be helpful for my journey?
So, I would maybe recommend, if you want to know more, to visit the Vistani. They camp to the west of the village. Whilst they are his servants in some form, he has yet to completely break their spirits, and they may be able to offer you more insight than a sad old man in a broken down church who just wishes to see the sun one more time before he dies.
Well, I will do my best to make sure Pelor's light shines on these lands once more.
I
Or
thank
Harriet.
you, my child. Though you bear the marks of the infernal, you carry the Son of our Lord deep within your heart and soul. I hope that light shines brightly enough for you to carry through this unending darkness.
And then he kind of leans a little closer to you, Lahala, and whispers,
I fear for your friend. The darkness calls to her, even now. Get her before your light no longer can save her.
How do you mean? Lahala says with a slightly confused head tilt.
The Lord speaks to her, and I do not mean our Lord. I believe that Strahd has already started a pact with her, but I do not know for certain. I just know that it hurts her to be in this building and in our presence. But she can still withstand it, so there is still hope, there is still time.
I see. Well, I suppose that's one more person to add to the list of the many that need to be freed here.
I just see Lahala has like a little like police notebook thingy like in her breast pocket, and she's like flipping it out like fuck. Okay, Irina, Doru, Laura, apparently.
My to-do
The
list.
little kids. Okay, and with that, do you guys leave the church?
As we're walking back in the direction of the tavern, I shall turn to Lara. The priests seem to have some sort of idea that you are magically bound to the dark ruler of these lands.
He just kind of shrugs. He barely knows what's going on.
As you guys all kind of reconvene in front of the tavern, you hear a moaning sound coming from just to the west. It's actually where you saw the crow disappear, Wolfgang. And hold on.
Yo, you're interrupting the town orgy. The one way to get the bring happiness to these lands.
Right?
Where the fuck are they putting the tokens?
Oh, they're there. I was like, what the fuck? And y'all can roll initiative.
What the fuck?
I hate you.
As a horde of zombies approach. And just to be scary.
Where the fuck is initiative? Aha. How the fuck am I highest of the group of an 11?
I got an 11 too.
Those who got
For once, I
7.
don't have to go first.
What the
A
fuck?
horde of zombies starts moving down the street towards you.
Oh, you rolled twice apparently.
Whoops. Well, the first one was 11, so we're going with that.
I can fix it. Hold on. 11. There you go. Okay. I do not believe that anybody is blessed anymore.
Nah, it's
Is
like
that-
a minute.
Yeah, so go ahead and take that off before we get to rolling.
I just hope these are like the Walking Dead zombies, and not the World War Z zombies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just crawling all over the houses.
Right? Like 28
Pick
days
a
later,
faster than the same
zombies.
bolt.
Okay. So that zombie gets to go first. Guess what? They're not speaking.
Oh, thank God.
I feel like
That's
we need to
speed into this one.
fix the map a wee bit. Hold on. Because y'all are really big.
Yeah, well, I'm like half the size of one of the nearby houses.
Right? I believe that this is a 1 square equals 40 feet. Let's see how well this takes that size adjustment into consideration here.
Mm.
Loading seed.
Why is everybody so big still?
We're even bigger now. Let's go.
Crazy.
Am I gonna have to like re-add everybody?
To shifted
Oh,
from
you guys look fucking
zombies to
ugly.
Attack on Titans.
Right? I may have to re-pull you guys in because you're just gonna be gigantic. Pause, please. We'll go back and look over
Hello,
initiative rolls. Hold
darkness,
on.
my old friend.
Yeah, right? Alright, so we got these guys. Why are they so big? Okay, you know what? Everybody's gonna be big, but at least the movement when you pull the ruler should be correct.
Surely.
Yeah, if you look now, if you move 1 square, it says 40 feet. So everybody's ginormous, but it's okay. Let me grab you guys again. And you're all kind of standing over here.
Damn, we're big.
I know. I don't know why. I don't want to keep
Howdy.
messing with it. Okay, hold on. Let me put your. You guys should all come back in with your last rolls. Ha 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 ha. Nice. Okay. So this guy moves first. And then this guy goes next. He kind of stands right in front of you, Zechariah, like kind of mumbling and snapping at you, but doesn't seem to be able to move anymore. Okay, Lara. I wonder if I grab the whole group. I shrink all of you guys. Ha 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 ha. There we go.
I should
Everybody
still
tiny.
have active, maybe. I'm not sure.
So tiny.
What do you still have active?
Hex, I think.
Yeah, you'll you'll just cast that like first, I believe.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you're hexing. Who and what stat.
Mm,
I'm assuming the only one you can see.
yeah.
And what's that?
Strength, I suppose.
Okay.
And
And
then
anything else?
Eldritch Blast.
You hit?
22 to hit. And then 6 damage.
And your blast hits him square in the chest.
Oh, and I get to roll the hex things too.
And your hex follows.
3.
Mm. I just want to make sure that necrotic is not going to be an issue. It's not. Okay. And then Lahala.
So is the zombie that's Hazel blasted still standing?
Yeah.
Well, between her own failure to stand up to the earlier werewolves and all the disheveled despair she's witnessed throughout every corner of this place,
Mm-hmm.
Lahala's feeling a little pissed, and
Okay.
and sh- and right now, couple undead seems like a perfect thing to take out all that discontent on. Where's the
Okay.
fucking? I'm gonna say all this. I'm gonna be like 1 foot short of reaching. God damn it!
Ah, my zombies are too much on top of each other. Because they shrunk everybody, your boxes are still huge.
Yeah, actually, I just cannot reach anyone. So, while fuming, she's gonna delay her turn.
Okay.
I don't know if this is
Zachariah.
like a.
All right, let's see. I don't remember what my actions are.
So this zombie is actually probably like right here.
Actually, I mean, if the, nope, I still cannot reach that, guys. Just so people are aware, if you get attacked while I'm within 5 feet of you, I can impose disadvantage on their attacks against you. One time as reaction.
Everybody clump up on the tiefling.
Okay. Well, I am going to run up on the zombie close to me.
Okay. I can move you. Can you move 40 feet? Or is that double movement
I
for
bel-
you?
I believe I can move 30. I can move 35 feet.
We're going to call that 35 feet because, yeah. So you
Yeah,
are
but
face to
5 foot
face with
feet.
Zombie Man.
And I am going to use my great sword.
Okay.
Please hit.
Ooh.
Ooh, and unfortunately, the terror the zombie inflicts upon you, seeing him that close, you are unable to swing your great sword well enough to hit.
Hmm.
Okay, now this guy's gonna shamble. And then this guy's gonna shamble. Wolfgang.
Oh, let me see if this is gonna work. Oh, wait, no, grab character, you stupid thing. Oh dear.
Is your box stuck under? Oh no, you shouldn't be stuck under
No,
Lara.
no, I was nothing. Don't worry about it. I cannot see how many feet I'm moving.
You might need to switch to the ruler thing. I've been having to do that for a couple weeks
Yeah,
now.
double check your settings, see if it flipped off the measure when moving thing.
Okay, well that's 40. Why is that 40 and that's 0?
Because each square is 40.
Yeah, I get that. Let's try this. Okay.
I'm willing to say for ease of movement, if you're 30 to 40 feet is your normal movement, you can move the 40 feet because it's going to be way too confusing to try and do it other ways. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everybody has a move speed of 40 feet.
Yay.
Is it just me, or do I have 2 rolls
You
in the
shouldn't
chat?
yet.
Okay.
Well, you have your
No,
to hit. Oh,
no,
yeah.
I know that. I'm thinking, like, is it me, or am I just seeing that it rolled twice?
Yeah,
No, it did
that's
roll
what
twice.
happens.
Oh, so
my
actually,
God.
hold
That's
on,
shit.
Wolfgang. Zach, you did hit. So go ahead and roll damage. I just saw that
Okay.
you did it
Yeah.
twice.
Oh, I gotta go back. Actually,
Here we
This one.
go.
Okay, and with the slash of your great sword, because I'm gonna take the first one, that zombie falls dead in front of you. I'm gonna once again delete them just because it makes life so much easier. Okay, now Wolfgang.
Thank you.
Oh God. What's happening on this thing?
I can move you if you tell me where you want to go.
Okay, so about that is 40 feet. All right, I double moved, so that is my turn.
So you moved. Okay. And then we're gonna start some more shambling. Lara.
I think it's my turn. Blade.
Oh, you delayed. Yeah, sorry. Where did you want to come in before this one moved up or after that one moved up?
Yeah. Before that one moved. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you. I'll give you an 18. That way, we just fix the order. There we go.
And then, that's not my icon. And far away is this funny man. Yeah, I guess I can stick. I guess I'll stick next to Wolfgang for now.
Okay. Now the zombie shambles up.
And you should probably fix my initiative.
I did.
Yep.
Okay. Lara, what would you like to do? You probably are gonna have to move to get line of sight. Oh no, Lara's been overtaken by Strahd. Yay, she's back.
Trying to move, but the thing was confusing.
Right?
Okay, that did actually fixing the setting did actually work for me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
you
went
might just
through
have
it
to turn the
myself.
setting back on.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I'm assuming you're gonna hex the one closest.
Yeah,
Strength again.
Wait, should you see any
Yep.
of the other ones?
Is he what?
Did you see any of the other ones? Because
She
if
can
I
see all
hit,
three of
I'm
them.
gonna nuke the shit out of someone. Oh, okay. All I'm going to say is that Divine Smite deals extra damage against undead. Do with that
Ooh.
information what you will.
Take your own advice.
Are you gonna Eldritch Blast again, Lara?
yeah.
Okay. You crit.
Ooh.
Make sure you roll that damage as crit damage. If you can, I can do it for you. Oh, geez, it got worse. How did it get worse?
No, it get
I don't.
worse.
What?
Hold on. I'm just
I don't know
gonna
what to
see.
say.
Yeah, so we
No.
need to roll it as crit damage.
There we go.
There we go.
I got it.
Okay. And then your hex damage.
Do I need to roll that for crit as well, or?
I don't think that crits. So I'll just do the. Okay. And with your hex and the force of your blast, the zombie falls to his knees. Okay, Zechariah. If you're talking, you're muted.
Hold on, my phone did a funny. I gotta reopen that characters.
While I'm reading, it does sound like hex damage would be doubled.
Oh, would it? Okay, well, I can double it real quick.
Yeah, because I know that smites are doubled on a crit, and
Okay.
seems to be.
Well, that zombie is even more almost dead than he was before.
Yep.
Okay, I am back. Okay. There we go.
Yay! Is it going to be another run up on him and smack him with your sword?
The thinking intensifies.
Right? So many options. Do I run up and hit him with my sword, or do I run up and hit him with my sword?
Hello.
Hey,
you
there
are.
you are.
Yeah, someone over here wondering why I
Hey,
can
Jared.
hear me. Quick question, Ryan. When it
Yeah.
says rain on my where my weapons are, does that mean I could possibly throw it?
Yes.
Okay,
Ooh.
good to know. Good to know. Where am I? All right. So, how far? I'm gonna move closer. Okay. And then obviously this orange, the one that's already orange, is closest to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to toss a hand axe.
Okay.
Hopefully it works.
Huh.
Ugh. It falls right in
Ugh.
front of me.
And you, untested with your hand axe throwing ability, it kind of just, the handle clunks off of his chest and falls to the ground at his feet.
Bounces off a wall, almost hits me.
Right?
Almost shot my own foot off.
But he decides that he wants to come get to know you better.
Oh, hey there, gorgeous.
Okay.
Oh.
And he tries to bite you. He
Oh my
cannot bite you.
gosh.
And then it tries to claw you. Nope. Nope. Thank God for that armor class.
For
By the
real,
way, if
bro.
we want to see just how gorgeous these little things are.
Oh, I
Oh,
can
isn't
see
it
how
gonna let
gorgeous they
me
are.
share it to the? Oh, did they change how I do that? Oh, there it goes.
What a character.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, the next one shambles up. Shambling ensued. Wolfgang. Oh, my big
I'll pull out
vampire
my
head is blocking the
crossbow.
picture.
No, no, not that one. That's a friendly. I can't
Dude,
click it.
not the Lahala.
I pull out my crossbow and
Ooh.
You hit.
I hit.
I'm assuming the one that's right at the front.
Yes.
Okay, and as your bolt lodges itself between its eyes, it falls dead to the ground.
Stop killing the motherfuckers. I mean,
Another one dead.
that's not me.
I could
I was
smell
like,
its
God
breath
damn it, they
from
keep
here.
getting further away.
Move faster.
They're shambling as quickly as they can. They're technically double moving to go 40 feet.
Oh, Lord. What is Zachariah have some giant acid box?
You all do. If you actually click close to that inspiration sun, I don't know why you have, then it'll pick you. It's because your boxes are still as big as your tokens used to be.
Ah.
Here. Let's move Zach out of the way for a second. Zach, go down here.
Damn, out here
Still
just teleporting me.
Wolfgang. Go loser.
Everybody move! The tiefling's got shit to do.
Oh, were you done after that, Wolfgang?
Yep.
I'm just
Okay.
moving you guys out of the way so that Lahala can grab herself.
Oh, in public even.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Finally able to
Just took me a second.
do something. To
Yay.
have a nice little target to take your frustration out on. I will allow him to swing her sword down at the zombie's neck.
Okay.
Let's bring it off again. That 2 or some shit. Action.
And you hit.
All right. I'm going to use a very necessary, definitely not overkill divine smite to add 3d8 of damage.
Nice.
Is there a normally smite is 2d8? Is there a way to have roll like the undead version?
So you might just have to manually add the 38.
Little dice in the left corner.
Yeah.
I see. All right. That's enough. 48. Oh,
And with
ooh,
the radiant power of Pelor, the zombie turns to dust before you as the radiant beam of your smite comes down.
Ha, smited.
Yep.
Fully smite, damn it. There we go.
And that makes Lala feel very nice in the 5 seconds she has before the other motherfucker rolls up to her.
Okay, Lara.
That would be me.
I'm assuming we're hexing the one zombie that's left.
Yep.
Okie dokie. He is hexed.
Okay, that's Zachariah's. And it's like, where the fuck did Laura get
And
16?
though the blast
She on the
is
world?
not quite as true in aim as the other ones, you do still manage to wound the zombie.
Rogue.
And the little pew pew happens, followed by the spread of the necrotic damage from the hex. All right, Zachariah, you want to try and throw an axe again? You can pick it up
Please
on
do
your
not
way.
hit my
Absolutely. I know, right? I'm gonna move a little closer again. Oh, I thought this won't work. Hold on, let's stop,
Trying to
let's stop, let's
grab
stop.
characters with giant hitboxes. You hit! Yay! I'm assuming you move 40 feet up. And the axe lodges itself in the zombie's arm. And it decides to come say hello to the Hala, who has a fucking 18 armor class. It tries to bite you. No. It tries to claw you. No. Tries to claw you again. No. And it stands in front of you
the
very
wise
frustrated.
brothers. No.
Okay, Wolfgang, what would you like to do?
Oh, let's get a little bit closer. Yeah, I can move.
Oh, what
And
deodorant
see
was
the
that? They
feet.
had the like, get a little closer, don't be shy. Arid Extra Dry. The jingles work, damn
What?
it. There was Arid Extra Dry deodorant used to have a jingle, and it was, get a little closer, don't be shy. Get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry.
Oh, Arid.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that commercial, but I know the deodorant.
I am an old vampire bunny. I remember.
Let's see that.
All right, that range is only going to go 20, so that's not going to work. So pull out that crossbow.
And you hit. And with a final crossbow bolt between the eyes, because Wolfgang is just on it tonight, the last of the zombies falls dead at your feet. And all of a sudden, you see light and people spilling out of the tavern. Their faces just shock and awe that you four were able to take out any of his monsters. And one of them starts to walk up to you.
Well, I think that earns you a free room for the night. Why don't you come on in? We'd love to get to know you a little bit better.
And with that, we are going to end the night with your invitation into the Blood on the Vine Tavern. And that is where we'll pick up next week. Or in 2 weeks, next session. Please have level 3 characters. Yay.
Woohoo!
Hold on, have I been playing with a level? Were we supposed to level up last time?
Yes.
Yeah, you're so
Oh
sweet.
shit!
I was wondering why your HP
That
was so
explains a lot.
low.
That would explain why the fighter has like half the HP of the warlock.
Yeah, I was like, what? So yes, level 3 characters for our session in 2 weeks, where you will start to meet some more of the inhabitants of the Village of Barovia and maybe find out a little bit more about the Curse of Strahd. Woo! So thank you guys for hanging out. I hope everybody had fun. I will catch you ghoulies later. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.